something new every single week listening to the
every single
podcast.
Next week it will be yet another swear word. Towelgate. Should we talk about this?
Yeah, let's go back before UFC 210. Okay, so imagine the event didn't happen back. We're going back in time. This is the weigh-in on Friday morning. Michael Bisping, we have not spoken about this at all. Okay, I have no idea what your opinion is on this. Typically, my philosophy on most things is where there's smoke, there's fire. Am I crazy? But does this seem like they're kind of making a big deal out of nothing?
Well, I mean, it depends, which perspective you look at it from. I guess the top and bottom of it, and this is no disrespect to Daniel Cormier because you'll hear my opinion on this in a second, but the top and bottom of it is that he cheated. He cheated at the weigh-in. It's as simple as that. But the commission allowed him to do it. Now, for those people that don't understand what happened, he came in 1.2 pounds over.
Yeah.
And then he immediately got back on the scale and he did the towel. The idea there is the towel, covers your privates while you take your underpants off and try and be a bit lighter. But he immediately got back on the scale. He was 1.2 pounds lighter. Now, because my wife, God bless her, she didn't understand how the towel could make her lighter. So I was explaining this in the restaurant last night. I said, here, hold this napkin. Pull this napkin apart very, very hard. I said, now, I put my hand on the napkin. I said, feel the downward pressure from my hand resting on the napkin. She said, yeah. I said, well, you're supporting my weight. She went, right, okay. I said, well, that's what the towel was doing with Daniel Cormier's weight. He was supporting 1.2 pounds of his weight. Now, the commission, because it's New York commission, it's new to MMA, not new to boxing, though, curiously enough. So it's not like they're new to combat sports and weigh-ins, which they're not. They're very experienced. But still, they let it slide. And good for Daniel Cormier. He tried it. He got away with it. It's not his fault. If I was Anthony Johnson, I would have been pissed off. I would have been making some noise. I would have expected my manager to do something. But Cormier, listen, if you can get away with it at a weigh-in, nobody wants to go and, have to dehydrate an extra pound if you can get away with it. And trust me, if you can get away with it, everybody would have done the same thing. They wouldn't have said, oh, no, there's no honor in getting away with an extra pound. So I think Cormier did the right thing, and God bless him. There's an old saying, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
It's funny because I didn't really understand it at first because I just read a couple of things about it and I was like, okay, well, it just seems like people are kind of making a big deal out of nothing. But now that you're explaining it that way, I get what you're saying. Basically, he used it to kind of almost like lean on. Imagine there was a pole next to you. You can like pull your weight up a little bit.
Yeah, he leaned on the towel. So as I said, if you pull a towel apart, so there's tension.
Yeah. You're saying his coaches created tension on it.
That's supporting your weight, not the scale. So it will make you a little bit lighter. Now, I'll be honest, this is a new trick to me. I didn't know this existed. I wish I did know it because I have gone down to the towel on a couple of occasions. I remember when I fought Jason Miller in 2011. And I got on the scale and I was 0.2 pounds over. 0.2. I mean, that's nothing. And I even said, I tried to argue it I said, come on. And they went, nope, you got to get it off. So I thought, you asshole. So I ran to the gym, jumped on the treadmill, did 10 minutes on the treadmill, came back, boom, made weight. Had I known that trick, because as I said, we went down to the towel, just put my hand on the towel, I would have been good. So you live and learn.
Yeah, you do. He really did come up with a new technique. Can I ask you a question? Now, here's the thing.
And that's what I say. I think it's awesome. I thought that was incredible. I'm not mad at him. I thought it was great. Did he cheat the system? Yes, 100%. When asked about it, Daniel Cormier played dumb and said, I don't understand what you're saying. So, of course, again, genius, just deny all knowledge of what they're talking about. I mean, DC's a wrestler. He's weighed in his entire life. Don't tell me that those wrestlers don't know those sneaky towel tricks. Of course they do. But good for him, Rumble
but there's more to this, though.
Manager should have been. Say again?
There's more to it because here's the thing, right? This tailgate becomes even more of a controversy because then they're saying, I guess, Anthony Johnson weighed in exactly 1.2 pounds below the 205-pound mark. So now they're saying, well, it could be one of two things. It could be DC held onto the towel or the scale was rigged. But playing devil's advocate, let me ask you this. Just because I weigh in now, we're doing a stupid weight loss challenge on my other podcast. And
I'm trying to do a weight loss challenge as well, which isn't going very well right now.
Yours
Weekends in Vegas aren't helping, but continue.
Yours is for a professional fight. Mine is for $100.
Mine's because I'm doing a movie this week and I want to look good. So,
you got to get those abs popping. But if you're on a scale if you're even breathing too hard on a digital scale, it'll make, go up point, especially in these scales, they're going up by point 0.1, point 0.2, point 0.3. I almost feel like if you're not completely stable, it's not going to give you a registered weigh-in. So if he's balancing on a scale to 1/10 of a pound, could he really keep his balance that much to get it to actually register?
Dude, I'm putting my hand, you can't see, but I'm putting my hand on the desk in front of me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm remaining completely still. I'm not wobbling around, but this desk is, if I was on a scale, I just got lighter. On a scale, you got to stay still. You got to stay still, otherwise the weight will, fluctuate up and down. But yeah, come on. I mean, it was genius that he did manage to perfectly weigh 1.2 pounds less. I will say that. I mean, if I'm playing devil's advocate and believing that he didn't, manipulate the towel, I won't say cheating. I'll say manipulate the towel. If he didn't manipulate the towel, then, he got the guess perfect. But who knows? Because they went back in there a couple of minutes. I think maybe they went into his room. They got on a scale. They got the towel out and said, practice getting 1.2 pounds off on the towel. That's the amount you need, Daniel. All right, quick. Remember that pressure and go back in. I honestly believe that's what happened.
I love it. Dude, look, I really thought you were going to say, it's just a bunch of bullshit. There was some issue with the scale. Something happened. This is all, a bunch of hullabaloo for nothing. But you are convinced.
100%. I didn't even see it, but I just love the story. But listen, if you get on the scale and you're 1.2 pounds heavy, you can't immediately get back on it and 1.2 pounds disappear. Now, the video, my son told me all about it. I will admit, I put my hands up. I haven't seen the video. But apparently on the video, he clearly has his hands on the towel.
I just watched it while we were talking. He is definitely, without a doubt, like holding onto that towel for dear life. And you can see the guys on the side, their arms are struggling because he is obviously supporting his weight on it.
Well, there you go. It's open and shut case. It's done.
But did he say he went to go take a shit, or what did he do when he went backstage?
What do you mean?
Did he say somebody? I don't know. I thought I read somewhere that he went to go take a shit.
Oh well, maybe he went and curled one out, but I doubt it. Trust me. Let me tell you this right now. When you're trying to cut weight, you've got everything out of you, right? And like there'll be certain moments where you're cutting weight. And you're in the sauna or you're on the treadmill, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever method you use to cut weight, when it starts getting close to the weighing time, it's getting really hard. And then now and again, you'll go, oh my God, guys, I don't believe this. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I need to pee. And my coaches are like, yes, because this is a big victory because it's free weight that we're going to lose. And I go to the bathroom. And this is a big thing, and I'll have a pee, and they're like, how was it? Was it a good one? I'm like, well, I got 2.5 seconds of steady flow. They're like, and then all my coaches are kind of work out how much weight that is. Yeah, that's about 700 grams. Solid work, Mike. Good work. And they're all congratulating me for needing a piss. So the point of the story is, trust me, if DC could shit out 1.2 pounds, he would have done that prior to getting on that scale.
Right. All right, man. And also, I got to say, DC also...
Again, believe you me, keeping it highbrow. But you know what I'm saying? I don't believe that at that moment in time, it was like, oh, well, you know what? I guess I could go to the bathroom and squeeze out a giant turd.
Yeah.
I don't buy that.
All right. So let's move forward to the night. Okay. Last night comes, and you want to talk co-main or you want to talk main event first?
I don't know. More controversy with the co-main. Let's go with co-main.
Let's go in chronological order. Like we've sat through the prelims now. We've gone through the other fights. Boom. Patrick Cote retires. Everyone goes, okay, I guess that happened. And then.
Well, I'll be honest. I mean, I said earlier, I didn't actually see most of the fights. I only really paid attention for the co-main and main. I tried to watch them. The kids, they aren't 21. We were in Vegas. They wouldn't allow us in the sports room to watch them. So we watched them on a phone, paid attention for the co-main and main. Co-main event, going into this fight, I spoke about it last week in depth. I thought Chris Weidman was up against it in this fight. I really did. But I got to say, I was impressed. He went out there. I mean, Mousasi definitely had the striking edge. We knew that. We knew that going into this fight. He was the better striker. But Weidman did well. Weidman was doing what he needed to do. He was getting the takedowns, and he was consistently getting those takedowns. I mean, Mousasi's going to have to work on that. I mean, I know he's talking a lot of trash, and he's achieved a lot of things. He's saying he's going to be the champ and all this type of thing. But, dude, you've got to put up some kind of defense. When somebody's taking you down like Chris Weidman, a guy that you know is going to shoot on you, you have to put up some kind of takedown defense. He was just taken down time and time again. There was nothing there. So Mousasi, good job. Slow your roll, though. Come on, learn how to stop a takedown. But even though he was getting taken down, he was getting back to his feet. He was doing well. And then, of course, the second round. What is your take on the second round, Lewis? Let's hear it from you first.
I mean, first of all, I got to say, just going into the fight in general, watching them, they both seemed, it's a little bit off. They both didn't seem